Assalamu alaikum. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we will performing an end-to-end data science project in which we will predict whether the student will be experience a depression or not. As you know, depression is one of the disease which has been the people have been suffering from this disease from all across the world. So today we will finding the reasons between how the people are getting depressed. So it's an end-to-end project. Maybe it will take 1 hour, 1.5 hour long. So I want all of you to watch at least every second of my video so that you come to know what are, what are the main reasons behind the depression, and it will be a great portfolio project for you when you work on these things. Okay, so the data set, I will also upload the data set in the description. There you can get that data set, and you can also get that data set from the kaggle. I will also provide you to that link. So I'm not also not feeling well, but due to your demand I also made this video. And the first thing I want to tell all of you is that thank you for all these things. You have done so much for me. You are subscribing my channel, you are giving me a good comments, and also you are liking the video. So the same thing which I usually tell you, that subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, and wait for the new videos. So there I have uploaded some of my, I have used some of the libraries, and there I have loaded the data, and you can see the data here. It consists of some columns called ID, gender, age, city, profession, academic work, CGPA, student satisfaction, job satisfaction, sleep duration, dietary habits, degree, have you ever worked, and all these things. Okay, so what we will do, we will first of all check the null values here. First of all, when you want to solve any type of data problem, first of all try to go for checking the null values. But before that, I want all of you to check the shape of the data. So the shape is, we have 27,901 rows and 18 columns, and the null values, we have only three null values which are in financial stress. So what we will do, as you know, we have only three null values. Remember, I have also made the video on this topic. Whenever your null values are more than are more than the 50% of the total values, so try to remove that column. If not, then replace it with the mean, and also you can remove that null value. So I don't think so if I remove three rows from the data set, it will matter a lot, because I have already 27,000 rows. So what we will do, we will drop the null values. We will do df.drop na in place is equal to true. Make sure to use that in place is equal to true. If you did not use, then it will not replace on the actual data. Now it has been replaced. Now after that, you need to check the duplicated values here. Okay, you need to check the duplicated, and okay, so okay, there are no duplicates, which means that our data set is pretty clean. There are only three null values and there are no duplicates. Okay, so let's try to go for the analysis. So first of all, I want to all of you to use the describe function here, because describe function will give you a count, it will give you a mean, and it will give you a basic analysis of how the data looks. So what we will do, we'll try to go with the df.describe function. Okay, this describe will give you the analysis of only numerical values, variables. It is for numerical variables. It is for all the numerical variables in a data set. So if I click here, it will give me. Now what is the count? You know, you must be familiar about the count, you must be familiar about the mean, and you must be familiar about the standard deviation. You must be familiar of the minimum value, 25 percentile, 50 percentile. And if you want a separate video in all these topics, I will also make that video. So I will not go into deep into these things, because these things need a separate video. If I go into these things, it will take 2 to 3 hours to complete that video. Okay, so as you see, if we check the mean here, so the mean of age, so the age, the minimum age is 821, and the maximum is 59, and the mean is 25. And also if I go with the academic pressure here, the mean is here, academic pressure, and also we'll go with the work pressure, and all these things. You need to check all these things deeply. So I will only guide you how to you can say how to analyze the data here, and you can also do some extra stuff after that, watching that video. And I'll encourage you to read all these things, because it will give you some sort of idea. So this is all about the analysis of numerical variables. And let's go with the categorical variables. Df.describe, and in the describe function, you will use include, and in the include you need to use the object here. or you can simply use the O here. If we use O, then it will also work. So if I click here, uh, okay, let me see. I think there is also a GPU problem in my CPU. Wait a second, let me see. uh, if I use here that, okay, no, it will, why it is not working? I think I made some sort of mistake here. So at the place of O, can I use the object here? What if I use the object? Now it will work. You need to use the object, but at some place I used the O and it worked. I think I must forget about that, but we used to use the object. So object, what we will do, it at the first row, it will give you all the counts of the data, which will be quite same in the in all the columns. The second is the unique values. Unique means, for example, I have a gender. In a gender I have two unique values, male and female. So it will take every column and it will give you the unique values in that column. So and we have 52 the data from 52 different cities. We have the data from 14 different profession. The first, the top one is the what is the top value, or it will give you the top of the value. So the top value is male, and the city is Kalyan, the student, the profession is the student, and all these things. And sleep duration, it is actually, it will give you the first row. Okay. And then is the frequent means mode, it will give you the most repeated value. So we have gender called male. One maybe it will be female or male, which has been repeated more the time, which means the mode is, this is the mode of the one value in this column repeated that times. So the one value in profession is repeated 27 times. The one value is repeated 8309 times in the sleep duration. So it will give you the one value which has been repeated more and more. Okay. So it gives you a lot of things. And now let's move forward. It gives me the idea that if I talk about the gender, then there are 15,546 times the one value repeat more. And if I talk about the here, you can say the profession. So 27,000 times one value repeat. So it means that profession values will be quite less. So let's go with the unique values in profession will be quite less. Okay. So let's move forward. Let's start with the checking the outliers. So we will check the outliers on every column. Okay. So what we will do, we will first of all start with the age here. SNS dot box plot. We will use the box plot to remove to check the outliers. And here I will pass at as age. Okay, we will check the outliers on every. Okay, there are some outliers. So but before that, I want all of you to check the distribution here. So if you check the distribution, then distribution will tell you how to remove the outliers. So if it's a normal distribution, there is other formula. But if there is a simple but if there is a, you can say, no, not normal distribution or Gaussian distribution, there is also another formula of that. So there is not Gaussian distribution, simple distribution like that. It start from here like that. So we will use here the interquartile range formula. So let me define that formula is remove outliers of age. So it will fast a text here. I will not explain the interquartile range formula. If you want to learn, then I will also give you the video link in the description. So there you will go with the formula, with the, you can say, learning that formula here. You can learn from there, because here I will put the formula here. But if you want to go learn it, if you want to learn it, then I will recommend you to watch my previous videos to learn that. So we'll use the interquartile range. In this formula, I will tell you that we will define the maximum and minimum value. So if a value is greater than maximum, so it will replace with the maximum value. Or if a value is greater than minimum, if a value is less than minimum, then it will replace with the minimum values. So let me solve that formula, and then I will tell you how to do this. So we will define the upper. So the formula of upper is q3 plus 1.5 steric IQR, and lower is q1 minus 1.5 steric IQR. So what we will do, we will say if text, the variable, the value which I will get in the function is greater than upper. So replace that value with the upper. So we will create a limit, and we will replace all these values with the maximum and the minimum value which are less than or greater than a limit. So if I say is text is less than lower, if a value is less than lower, then return me a lower, and if it is between upper and lower, then return me, then use the else function and return me that text, return me that text. So we will apply this on age. So what we will do, we'll first of all use the age here. Okay, so and then we again assign it with the age, and we will use the dot apply. After that we will use the dot apply, and in the dot apply we will use the function. What was the name of function? Remove the outliers from the age. So if I click on yes, okay, sorry, it was quantile, it was not, it was quantile. uh, okay, so let me see. I'm not pausing the video so that you can see what is happening here, and how to tackle these problems. So separately we will check the we will remove the outliers from almost every you can say from almost every column. Okay, so let me see, it will take some time, so maybe I have to pause my video just because I don't want the video to be so long. So I will pause it here, and then I will, if I remove the outliers of all columns, then I will come back it to you. So I have cleaned all the data here. Almost I have cleaned every column which contain the outliers. So which means that our data set is clean. Now we will go with the ready to go to the analysis. So let me give you some reminder that we have first of all we have done the data collection, which means we have collect the data. After that we have performed the data cleaning and pre-process data cleaning, and now we are moving towards the you can say we are moving towards the data analysis now. Let me run it, and now we are going towards the. So here I will convert into the markdown, and there I will write the at the h1 heading I will write the exploratory data analysis. So we are going to do the exploratory data analysis. So in the exploratory data analysis we will go with the univariate analysis, multivariate. Now we will go with the bivariate. Okay, so let me run it here. Why it is not working? I think there might be a mistake which has been made by me. One cell is hidden. So if I click on here, I click here, if I run it here, I run it here. I think there is an error in my Jupyter notebook, so that's why I can't able to get the. But I will here write then EDA. So we are moving towards the EDA. Okay. So let me. Okay. So we are moving towards the EDA here. So in the EDA, first of all, we will go with the univariate analysis. But before going to the EDA, I want all of you to remind the problem here. So the problem was to remove the depression, was to find out the reason behind the depression. So actually, we will split the data into two chunks. The one will be the people who are not suffering from depression, and the people who are suffering from the depression. So we will go with the no depression. So in the no depression, we will go with the DF depression. We will create a function. We will create a function here, not a function. We'll create a statement here that give us a DF in which DF is equal to 1, DF is equal to 0, which means no depression. So it will go with the no depression, and depression means the people are facing a depression. So here we will go with the DF is equal to 1, DF is equal to 1. Since we are doing the analysis of depression, so we will take the depression data. There was some problem in the previous video, so I paused and I again restarted. So here we have split the data into two portions, depression and non-depression, and we will working with only the data in which there is a depression. So if I click on here, so here you can see that male are more capable. I have for let's start with the EDA, and in the EDA we will perform three type of analysis. univariant analysis, bivariant, and multivariant. For the univariant analysis, we will use the count function or count plot or pie plot for categorical variables. And for the numerical variables, we will use the dist plot and hist plot. And if you want to know what is plot and how to do the plot, then I have made a separate video. You can go into my channel and you can get that video from here. It will tell you about all type of plot that we used in the data analysis. So here I have analyzed it, and I think that male are more capable of getting the depression than female. I have also write it. This is one of the main points. Then I went towards the age, and I have calculated, I have moved toward the hist plot. So in the hist plot, it has been clearly seen that the people at age before 20, before 20, age 20, sorry, people are most getting depression. So age 20, the people are getting more depression. So it has been clearly seen that before it will at x-axis it will give you the age, but at y-axis it will give you the value counts. So if I use this, then it will tell you that this data set about the person, this complete data set about the person who are getting a depression. Okay, so at x-axis we are getting the age, and at y-axis it is how many times that age comes in a data. So which means that we have most of the time the people are getting a depression is less than 20. So at the age of 19, age 19 is the age in which the people are getting more depression. So again, so it is one of the important thing which needs to be checked. Then again, let's move toward the other column, which is called the city. And in the city, it has been clearly seen that Kalyan is the city. This data set is from I think India. I did not know about the data set. Soon when I saw that there is a new data set, I took it from the Kaggle and I explained it in front of you. So this data set is from the India. So in the India, Kalyan, in the people of Kalyan are getting more depression. I don't know what is the condition in Kalyan, but if you Kalyan go with Hyderabad or Srinagar, then these are the top cities in which the people are getting a depression. The reason may be there is lack of opportunities, and since I have found out that mostly data set I have a student, so that means that students are getting more and more depression. Okay, so let's move forward. That I have also tell you that Kalyan is the city in which the people are getting more depression. So again, after that, the next column we have a profession. We also need to check the profession here. So for checking the profession, I will go with deaf profession. So it has been clearly seen that most of the data we have from the student, we have the data from the student, and it has been clearly seen that the students are more capable of getting a depression here. And we have some sort of data from all the columns. I have also checked it with the help of the value counts. But since we see that students are getting more and more depression here. Okay, I have told you about the value counts and the plot, so that's why I'm not able to I'm not explaining all these things. So if you want to learn in all these things, then you can go with the you can say go with my previous videos and you can watch. Okay, so let's move forwards. Let's go towards the some next columns. And if I go with the def dot, and def is about all the data about the depression. So the next is the actually the academic pressure. It is also one the next is the academic pressure. And if you think that I was also in a depression for almost 1.5 years due to academic pressure. So academic pressure is one of the thing. Let's see how does it affect when it comes to the depression. So we will go with the def academic pressure. So if I run it here, so it has been clearly seen that actually let me tell you about this column. This column, what we will do that it zero means due to there is no academic pressure. One means academic pressure, two means two, three means three, four means four. Most of the data we have five, so which means that academic pressure also plays a part in depression. So the people have most of the values are also most of the depression values are academic will five. So what does it mean? Five means there is a high level of pressure in academics. So academics plays an important role when it comes to the depression. So let's go with another column which is called the work pressure here. So if I run it here, so at the work pressure, most of the people are getting depression when they have you can say work study hours of 10 times. It is actually haste plot. What does it tell? As I'll tell you, at x-axis it will give you that column, and at the y-axis it will tell you the counts. So we have most of the data
in which the people are studying 10 hours and they are mostly getting a depression. So what does it mean? That works plays an important role when it comes to depression. When you do work of 10 hours, you can assume that the sleeping time is almost 6 to 8 hours for a person. And if he works 10 hours, then 10 hours is must for a student. If he works 10 hours and after that he needs to do some more activities, some personal commitments, so definitely he will get into a depression. Maybe there is a possibility. So you will have to manage the work along with the study. So I can say that this is one of the important point which needs to be noted. Okay, so let's move forward. Let's explore some more columns here. I'm in a hurry, so that's why you can say that it is a long project and it requires a lot of time, and I don't want to waste my time, so I will also give you the source code. So I will explain it in a speedily. Not usually I do, but I will go with a, you can say, full speed. I will go with the fourth gear instead of one or second. Okay, so we will again see the columns, which columns are remaining. We have another column like of CGPA. So we will explain the CGPA, that what role CGPA plays in a uh, depression. So if you can say that there is a slight role of a CGPA in depression, because mostly we have the people that have a CGPA near to 10. So let's try to make a relation between the CGPA and the work. So if I want to get the full CGPA, then what does it mean? I need to do more and more work. And if I need to do more and more can work and study, then I will go to some sort of condition in which I will, you can say, when I will not study for one day, I will experience some sort of signs of a depression, or maybe I will go with to an anxiety, or I will take stress. So I think this CGPA feature combines, if you combines with the work, then we can say that if you want to get the CGPA more and more, then you don't need to take the stress if you are not getting that. So a person who is near to 10 GPA are more getting a depression. So we need to manage, as I told you, the study with the work, and we do need to go for every time for the CGPA, because sometimes it will take us to the into the depression. Okay, now let's move towards the next column, which is in which we will want to we will explain. The next is the study satisfaction. So I think it will plays an important role. If a person is not satisfied with the study, then he will take stress, and that stress will move towards the depression. So let's see. As the column is the categorical numerical column, so we will go with again the count, the histogram, the hist plot. So at the hist plot, I will go with the dip, and at the depth I will go with the I will go with the study satisfaction. So it has been clearly seen that 5 means satisfied, 4 means, you can say, average, not average, but 5 means, you can say, a person who is fully satisfied. 4 means satisfied, 3 means moderate person, maybe he's satisfied or not satisfied. It comes in a you can say moderate category. 2 means slightly satisfied, or you can say 1 means not satisfied. So it mean, what does it mean? That the people who are getting more satisfied have a less value of depression. If we go with the 5, then what does it mean? That I am satisfied, and the ratio of 5 is also less as compared to 4 3 2 1. So what does it mean? If you are satisfied with your study, with your study, then uh, there is a less chance of getting a depression, getting a less chance of getting a depression here, getting a depression. So you need to work on these things. This thing needs to be worked a lot. Okay, so let's run it here. So what does it mean? That if a person is at 5, then there's a less chance of getting a depression as compared to 4 3 2 and 1. 1 means not satisfied. If a person is not satisfied, then you can say that he has a lot of possibility of getting a depression. So what does it mean? Having a study satisfaction is negative related to the depression. Okay, so let's move towards the some next columns. And in a short while, you get a lot of insights. You talked about what is the main cause of depression. The main cause of depression is slightly related to the work, study, and you can say work, study, and suffering. And let's go with the job satisfaction. I think job satisfaction will not take place here. Job satisfaction will very less values, I think, because most of the students are. I think there is an error in our column here. I have write satisfaction two times. So if I talk about the job satisfaction, then if a person, which is zero point 0.0, which means that a person is not satisfied. So if a person is not satisfied, then he will get a depression here. It is near related to neuro. So if a person is not satisfied, he may get depression. He may get depression here. Okay. Let's move forward, and the next is the, I think it was depth. Okay, let's move forward and go with the sleep and duration. So here I will use the count because it's the categorical variable. uh, Dot value dash counts. So which means that the person, if okay, that means that if a person is getting a good sleep, if I compare with the less than 5 hours, then there is a lot of depression. If you go with the 7 8 hours, there's the points become less. If you go with 5 and 6, okay, wait a second, I was checking our data. Let's go with the only depression data. So if I go with the less than 5 hours, then the people are getting more depression. If it's 7 to 8 hours, then less depression, then the ratio become less. If 5 to 6, then it becomes more or less. If more than 8 hours, if then more than 8 hours, then there is the ratio is decreasing. And we can say that for avoiding depression, you will have to get a good sleep. You'll have to get a good sleep. And almost we have only few remaining. The other is actually called the dietary habits. So we will also go with the count note here because I want to make the things I want to do the things in a fast way because I don't want this video to be so long. So we can cut that if a person is healthy, then there is a like sorry, I will go with the depth, not I will go with the depth, not the actual data. Depth means depression data. So if a person is healthy, so unhealthy are getting more depression. Moderate are also getting a depression. If a person is healthy, not healthy, which means that he's a normal person. And if a person is healthy, he's getting a less depression. So we can say that if you are healthy, then there is obviously there is obviously I don't know what is the spelling of obviously. I actually can't remember that spelling. So you don't have to, you can say judge my, what can I say, vocabulary or anything else. Okay, if you are healthy, then there is obviously less chance of depression. I think I'm just dealing with a depression currently. Just want to check that if there is a depression not depression, and I will get into depression by checking all these things. And let's go with the degree. It is also a good thing. If you have a good degree, it means that you are not get depressed, you will have a good life. Let's check into it that how degree plays a role when it comes to a depression. Okay, sorry, go with the degree, not dietary habits. Go with the degree. अच्छी डिग्री होनी चाहिए ना. So you can say that mostly class 12 में बहुत ज़्यादा depression पाया जाता है. Class 12 are more gained. If you have a big degree, then there is a less chance. But we can say that if you have a higher degree like PhD, higher degree like PhD, then there is a less chance of depression. Okay, 12th फेल बहुत ज़्यादा डिप्रेस्ड हो रहे भाई साहब. अच्छा, थोड़े बहुत columns रह गए. There are only few columns remaining, so we will go with. I will also interchangeably use the Hindis for my you can say Indian subscribers because they want me to make videos in Hindis, but they don't understand. I have also some international clients, or you can say some international students, and they want me to have an English. So if a person is dealing getting a depression, so the column is, have you ever had suicidal thoughts? So almost 90% people are getting suicidal thoughts when they are in depression. And I also know someone who is dealing with it when they are at depression. They are at depression. Okay, so I know someone who is getting depressed every time. So let's go for some more columns. Hmm. Almost we have find out many reasons of the people getting a depression. Many reasons. Both the other reasons is के. So we will go with the another. We will cover the uh, another column which is called work and study hours. I think I have done this thing, work and study hours. So I think we will go with the financial stress. Financial stress. I think is it financial stress? SMS dot his plot. Okay. So I have also checked the financial stress, and financial stress is also one of the main reasons which will go into the depression. So one means no stress, two means slight stress, three means uh, maybe three can go with the moderate or more stress, four means more, and five means stress, which means that it will be more stress at five. So when we go with the more stress, then definitely we are getting a more depression. More depression values are from financial stress at 5. Okay, and the last one column is the mental illness. So if we go with the mental illness family history, then yes and no is almost same. So it doesn't matter if you have a family history of mental illness, it is not affected at all because there is no such difference between yes and no, but there is slight difference. So we can say that there are the major reasons of depression. You don't have to take the financial stress, you will have to manage the time. Apart from this, you will have to work, and along with the work you will have to take some time for spending with your family. And as a student, you need to manage yourself both in work and studies in such a way that you can't go into depression. You don't have to do an overthinking and all of this. So this is from my side at day one, and we will meet at day two. Bye bye.